ase na mintia senior so on say ene so no in fact me yobi a o steady a me hu senior ne mani yeje
heavy
so ade ase me hu senior captain captain smartia in fact ne mani yeje pa na menim papa no menim ni kumase menim adwuma pa oye emma Ghana ene wiase nyina eti no ewie no on say me ba kingdom hana in fact me be your program ya me share na se ho na me hu no na chese mani je na me say ko die aha nyame shira ne papa in fact wo benyi ache because adienti a fifi me say captain somati benyi ache no say oyo obi a akoma ekuta na ne white adwene ye white
heavy
ehye nanum na wo di kura na wo yi no the amount
heavy
in fact obenyi ache
heavy
obenyi ache pa nyame shira no
waka say
me da se
ko die Kodie. No, sir. Yaminado, my brother. I'll show you. Yaminado. Necessary animal who's a main car former moy. Oh, there be former being you, baby. Former being you, baby. The politically suspended presenter. Okay. Who is seeking for extension? Okay. Of the political suspension. Okay. Yeah, extension. Oh, meanwhile, Joe, suspension, what more? I relax over the name. No, yeah, them. What bum? Ebekwando. Chere menya every 6 months. We want to suspend them 1 month. Every 6 months. 1 month suspension, 1 month. Wow. Into 2 months in a year. Why 2 months? Wow. Obwampa. That catch if you has a record. I mean, that's where you from Kumasi. It takes only the lazy person to become a lazy fool. And I'm not a lazy person. In Chibia was a bamon. So there, a use it. I'm in Chile. Yeah. I am a daughter. Or banam minim cram coming to me, Yamamri. And Tao Mestre on Poncho on for 1 month and come. Dabehu. You come baby, I'll happen America. Dabehu. One for 1 month. Why no be here? Now one of no one come. And send your own science suspension letter. Now one sunny. One was sign away. One was sign if you come as was a bunch. Okay. Okay. Wait till the be account. Relaxation the year you are. Oh, I mean, it would have wife ben. Over Sunday, Monday, I'm okay. Okay. And see, as the many time, I'm fettled. There be many time, a man. Only young fettled. And your one, see, that may per be a many more time. There's a fettled. And so I was sister and the Bosumo or some. Okay. And nature was one. That's it. Master was a Bosun. I'm only important to me. See, I'd say, numbers of a moon. Now I was so lettered in. Ada, oh, your pan edge. It's more than more no. You see, it's one of the most useless things that has ever happened. Hey! I don't have the time to think about it. Honestly speaking. Suspension was more. No, it's one of the most useless things that has ever happened to me. So I don't have the time to think about it. Useless then? No, I want to be sincere. I mean, means that we said that in Yimada from Momo Fabrim. Better. It's in Yima. To have the time, waste my time to think about that political suspension. Why must I waste my time to think about that? Tell me why. Serious? No, I'm not them waste the time. At the gym, I know a glass of red wine. Namada. That's a man from Quadrant. What I was suspended. I'm brother. Then I'm a fool. Now, some you are too weak. Ebasama. On yo. Ebasama. Ebas no emi. I mean, if that's will take you by surprise. I'm make you smart. As if I care. Time I menya. Let me to they read the books. Enlighten more. It's a monk suspension. Why are you useless? Time I menya. Na matna hall. My minimum from my yaya ponko. Na me be pin it to me. Okay. Minimum marriage dagren. It's a menjay na mon suspension home. Aba brother, I'm too smart, too intelligent, to think about suspension.
Obi ori say ye beka de ebia warankasa na afọ ho adwene dedaw. It bobom na say kai abin wa.
There it takes a dislocated mind to think every location is far. It takes a dislocated mind to think that every location is far. And imagine, oh, dentin assess me kotna with the banana bed juma won cry. A crime wa there's no far location. It takes a dislocated mind to think that way. And so I have shock absorbers. I'm a dead metal.
Hey, dead metal.
And see, bad no more.
If you want your brother, I say
dead metal. Now what you say?
Said your wuti and we hey.
Sabi tell say that because
I feel winning baby. I saw a captain better was no. Yeah, ball. Na Asamoah Jan. Mikey Isen. O me and you won through ball bomwa. Born on shadow in yedo.
Ayenko. Yes.
Debbie.
I
am me na I am me ma let's say radio. Oh, the American on say radio program na mo yen. Me radio program na mo yen. Ya won crofo bi wo radio ni mo na media ni mo a. The miss of kumchacha American say all free media ni mo na say bia on fifi side na on free ho a me ye bobolo a me sha dem pebo but that Asamoah Jan esen ye bobolo a on be you won free man on mentan hwe ball no bi and so benya aban asem
it indirectly no yeding
because suspension
wow.
Well, you see, I keep saying this, and I want all the young guys in this country to understand one thing. When you wake up in the morning, you need to have it up here that you are the principal architect of your life.
Yeah.
Nobody will come from anywhere to draw any line for you. Sandrine said, a little ache can spoil a good head. That's also
that
with him. If we are now the third point, that people may have perceptions about you.
Yeah.
But every perception about your life is irrelevant to your selection. That's all I can. That's
simple.
A young guy, man, for can function myself for one too.
Boys and wire, I mean,
what's this kind of girls? No,
what is your watching?
On your right.
And
for can hear matter.
Okay.
Debbie.
Okay.
For Baba.
Okay.
And keep the money. Ko kaswa, ko pasa say hojo to. Second more real estate. Kingdom real estate as I say manso
be any
ho.
Nothing.
Good. Now what is sikanaba? No wa ko tobi. Men 50 Ghana and top pizza more bandy. Hey, wabra wo han dan. Wo yesa wo jimi for.
Long your water.
See. And the cement bag 50 Ghana. So the unya top pizza 50 Ghana ne pe.
What was cement?
Into what cha blog 40. No they am cobra na wedding one night.
I want yam.
Sa oba no. Ada obehu be ma all high dan. Na be ma na mie na ni so opese osidan no. Obeja ho akodi sa be ma na.
Obey simple.
Because ope be bia obenya lasting solution.
Yeah.
Not temporal solution.
That is it.
What's your bad? I saw this can no aduane ma mema di. E ma ne bi di trafficking, hwe kaswa trafficking. Obedi kaswa trafficking di aduane ko ma be ma sister dey na ha wadwen.
Obi be say perhaps.
Medina trafficking. No one aduane from aha. What they call Medina. That's why come be Medi. There be men yesa. What so first can come.
Ba say captain bi ana ope wasemo.
There be
sao.
There be.
O say ya woni pa bi o wa.
There be sofo. Captain mo munya we say.
Osofo de no work cantonment and osofo work asoa. It aduane no ko de.
O say obi o no ma wo ye te say me say me ti we.
Once a while be.
Te say me say me ti we me ye womanizer.
Hey. How womanizer me no me no net say abro for nas.
Okay.
Anya de wadwen ye wo no.
Okay.
Just up a massive.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, also I don't bonnet Fifi.
Yeah, come on, Miss Rowe.
Na
Wow,
Come on.
Fifi. Once a while, be.
What no cooperate?
Na say, who wore Adam for Barbie? Now what to pizza man dia? But the American here, the multiple pizza buying.
yeah.
Every day.
Now watch this. So we your bar, we your bema, or bar with fee now boyfriend afraid. Yeah, oh, so bread, so the jars and the ameba. Oh, yeah, now so be fab the drop your mammy won't for so, and then they would have fabra will bar metria. Now what for dropping? Now what they call? We do the gate now. Now what friend no? Onya who call and no question bathroom no ebun so egu no. Nti friend video call na what fa. So your boyfriend.
Thank you.
Be hu say odware.
Yeah.
Oh, and the tua na brey. Now ba
Media man.
exactly. Now what tua?
Simple.
Now what for soro? What kwa your ho pasa?
One time.
We are. The see ye no ne nakono eye ewu nti no. Emma won't kai will lorry fair. Into what about 10 times? Say 50 Ghana 10 500. Cement $10 no.
Eko. Umonso go so na ma we food.
So eh kese.
At times.
We ye bema. O ma metie kura se o betena nkran se o be bobra. Sika o de ato pizza ma ma ye to be du kana nkran. Oh, northern region.
Oh, okay.
Quite ten.
Big time.
But ebe ye kakra no. Ada ye be suspend e wo no. U fi ura be sent to.
Simple crap.
So what I'm trying to say is that Adiama African youth, yen timin jina ye nanso, yen ye very robust, very strong, yen ni shock absorbers and say yen ye independent. We are always waiting for election year. Na politician Tibo Nkoso abe tapetesi amao. Oma odu di nkwasi asem ni wi a na wasama Oteng na soso. No we kum future.
Oka se nkwasa sem bi ti say.
Oh, now ye tam kontiba kuta wonsem so bi kwoto aba wo kuro bi so na fa kontiba akọ because ya mo apetition. Na wo ba na ye ma Oteng Ghana.
Na why na ka say ma apetition?
I would say entertainment and politics. So
tomorrow kodo wo honyen.
So what you say?
Okay.
It's as I said, the African youth, the Ghanaian youth, as I said, we are independent. Tis a number of suya juma. Suya juma ni ye. Men shasa wo boss or chile juma ni tete. Naso obi doing. No. Suya juma na wu suya ni ye. Suya ni ye. Na bra bonten ye. Na set it up ye. Na pam ni ye. Na nye sika ye. When in South Africa, ye kasa obi aye ye three simple things. Ne kasa obi aye ye o. Oh, ni fie ni. Na yere ne manie. Na ye two. Na nsia na ye de ka be ka ho. On na ekodo. Asa. Yesipade we abobra o. Oh, ni do bia. Dan te se nkuko bo ya metimi Watantra Hills ya ba ko. Oh, you know, ma. And a coffee. Where we, if you are a young man, if you're a young person, if you're a young lady, think about building yourself to become independent against the foolishness of the old. Say, why nyana sa? Now we baby to say Africa, Ghana, Kawa. They be our train MP. MP granted you drew a crown and find a glass and uncle from your day. Obu Kwasua. I didn't find a glass and conform. Time I said the glass about for me a time or Pelma. What couldn't say who no one winning election? What I say? When was the last time you saw minister? Ba MP ba president ba vice president ba so you pulling agents.
They been say that.
Anyway. One moment go down on for pen paper, ye calculation, till radio no church or papa. That was what 20 years about sound. No, Johnny. You lived in London for quite a long time. Did you see this rubbish?
No, I'm quite so proud.
It doesn't happen that way. And it's a well calculated, well rehearsed, well orchestrated attempt by the African politician to render the African youth useless. And a well rehearsed, well calculated, fully well orchestrated to render you useless. The reason is that in Africa, you cannot use the old to fight for political power. You use the young to fight for political power. And if the young becomes very independent, the politician in Africa will set up, corruption will reduce by 60% one time, bam. Abrochire, my young ones are in the various colleges. They are not too much interested in politics.
Yeah.
They are interested in the games. We pursue a musician. We pursue a so the concentration is tailored towards your career. Abrochire, it is the old that are used for politics. So when the old rejects you, you can win power. In Africa, when the young reject you, you can win power. Ena abrochire no man hu nyansa say sa na tie dia yemwa old no to obi abo akokora yesi ye wo mo friend say baby homes no mo friend say mo mo moto mo de nkokora fo no ko gugu no kokora ne mere wa no whichever way
whatever home
wo de won kan kora anya hwe
refugee
enti wo ya akokora wo America
Mr. Mon kai me wa me refugee
wo ya akokora wo America wo ya akokora wo UK wo tena ho na watena which hospital bill
no
okay so hospital free anambwa okay saban santuaka anambwa exactly ntinka Africa hana young guys ye jenjen we busa won said dabenda na branch wo hye konam ho ye ho hye ne chei
why
we
very much okay
dabenda na ye betimi build this system to an extent say the system would make his system work for him. When are we going to do that? Say ye benya a solid system. Aka abranche we betimi pia na do 2 o'clock. Akobo obi club amano agisika gu no bottom. Ba mani pia 2 o'clock. Obi amodu 2 obi be hye na agine phone.
E wo kroma.
E no bi so.
Wow.
I said na Crawford Kobu University campus. Echo various halls. So the only thing we can do, it is not only this A4 size sheet we call certificate. That is not it for the youth. We need to give them mental emancipation. We need to take the slavery of the old now. It's been deposited on our memory, no away. I'm a university. Minkuta degree. But the point is that epeda ekowe nyima abazi no osede di kanhwe osede hwe de ebe build wo brain
mo why solid
mo refi de ye won krofa we university we still illiterate
wo hoda me
oh you were educated illiterate to society them a lot of them
okay
have a lot of educated illiterates we school but are illiterate office school no mo ben onye ne wo fase na no wo bontomuru so no one life and all the same.
Really?
Okay. Since you're a woman, Abadintina, equal UK. What's why your research, American one your research there. There are certain courses in them secondary year. This system be or I'm one and catch in your job fine. I would say what's this year? A boy factory. Fanda Kingdom group of companies or your order. Na ebuya obi oye history master's degree in history if I'm more better honorable bachelor of the kingdom started 25 years ago and you know first receptionist for friend day the secretary of friend you don't need that one but you need to know history and you show history kakra of primary junior high senior high every equal university there should be something ebe pay abanon na companies no would investigate na no war channel the brand be yeduma
solid.
First, and I sociology, I won't for opinion or society. Then I have there. So the African youth need to set up. Man, can the woman be a university? How will you fit into you useless? You are not useless. Because I know a professor, or mechanical engineer, and the car say, what call you offended Kumasi magazine, or mechanical engineer. The car say, what magazine.
Because I dream for no go.
I know, I'm telling you. And to say you let's say Lucia Juba Suye. I was so Yamia Yadom was a local school, could ye. Ye are any tuning and ye be blend. You see, in building society, you need the positive and the negative. Without positive and negative, there's no power. That is what Germany did. During the German Revolution. where 17,000 old men and women were buried alive. They later realized that no, what we need, onion sadu juma, a fitter, a mason, a carpenter, a day, let's build our own country. And they did it that way. And Germany became a huge country that now one of the superpower countries in the world.
Yeah.
What are we doing to the Ghanaian youth? What are we doing to the African youth? Ekwa abrochi when I was wakacho the Obareba school on Fasika Camera, non fa model.
You weren't even there.
Okay. Ansina ha, what just second school?
On the mention that
We are actually you see, in security, anything that can hurt anybody should not be introduced to the child. Second, so pra. In time says Yamaroko school was one for Kutukuru Dom Famra.
was a guy I don't know.
Ekwana school hofua no apanish no ekwa yikura mode fakodo.
Oh, really?
But school yin now at one odi bro.
That mean you mean that you do record.
Brother wo ho. That brother and farmer be no ye. It's farming punishment to the farmer na. Odu about ye na ye di ba school ho na wood na. Is that punishment? It's a profession. Okay, it's a profession. But you are being dogmatized to believe that farming, it's a professional crime. So don't go into it. But eco UK, eco other advanced countries now, you know, now you're sure gardening. You're sure how to keep pets. And obi pets, kwa debi. Obi pets, akoko. Obi pets, kramai. Do you know why they do that? So that you can have the idea. If you need to venture into agriculture, rearing of animals, you go to my one day. By yenye hai kramai nam kwe monye ohe. Hi, what a more.
Yes, you know.
Kwatra kwatra ne baby on kaye.
Same crop be repeat and in more dominant.
Anyway, you see, so what we need to do, and it's say, we need to build the future of the youth. We don't have to kill that future. There's a wind blowing across Africa. Mark my words. If the governance in Africa will continue the same way, the next 10 years, Africa can never contain the African. Look at Nigeria, the Biafra area, the northern part of Nigeria. Serious confusion, serious commotion, serious violence. Why? Because the youths there, those between the ages of 15 to 42, they feel sad they don't have a life. They don't have a future. Now, go to Mali. All the various terrorist groups, they are moving into Bamako. And they are on our borders over there. Ghana Armed Forces, kudos to all of you. I salute you, says. They are there 24/7, making sure these terrorists will not enter into our country. Now, they are moving into the west of Mali, Bamako, into Ivory Coast. And they are moving gradually. When consciously we find jobs, we find employment for the youth, nobody will come from anywhere to influence them against the destiny of this country. Go to Ivory Coast now. 7 out of 10 youth in Yejumanye.
Wow.
Yes. Go to Togo. 9 out of 10 in Yejumanye. Now, Nigeria, according to the current United Nations report, 10 out of 10 in Yejumanye. When you come to Ghana, it's 8 out of 10. They don't have jobs. And these are issues that the African politician need to sit down and begin to think. That what actually caused all these problems? Ebiana, ye hear education. Years back, ye nya. Got so good. Nanado has given us free senior high school.
Yeah.
Maybe it was because of health problems. J. Akufo gave us health insurance. Maybe it was as a result of pregnancy and delivery. So J. Akufo gave us free maternal health care What is left again? Saa nneɛma nya aka no na ɛsɛ sɛ yɛbɔ ho ban na yɛ expand it. Sɛ de bɛyɛ a akwadaa no nyini no onyini fɛfɛɛfɛ. Ɔwɔ hospital kɔ. Ɔsan so free school kɔ. Hospital no ontua. Ne papa will register national health insurance. A quality medication.
Yeah.
And yes, sir, opa yencho we ma and yencho from our kotonibia. So you start building the child from the day that child was born. Up until the child attains 18 years. Na akodani nim say me dachi be ye fe. But sisi ya me no mienu ye kwotwako. Na bisa wo ho say akoda ya wo no wo twoko enne. Or 6 months no ne dachi ye day. Famidie as an example. Da benda na wo be retire from this microphone. Na ko long abetna.
Long John.
Da benda obe kono abetna. Da benda na Captain Smart be fi microphone echi as a breakfast show host. Na Sofo Kum Chacha firstborn. Abetiki over. Da benda and Obama Kofi Adoma ya brefo ya achira Kwame na Sambaini Kwame Sifakan Bernard Avle da benda na yeko yamfa say tie na yesi ye adwuma 30 years na yakwa akwada bi owo 25 years na opese oye morning show ni bi no obehya se afi bai ebeduru ho no wa wo sai na bra ba koduru sai. So what we need to do is to start something that would actually enable the youth to think and create something. I've said this. China said that in the next 10 years, they want to create 10% of their population should become millionaires.
Wow.
And it is 2021. China say 10%. They are about 1 point something billion. 10% of that is about 1 point something million. As we speak, China grew 2.7 million millionaires. You can be a millionaire and you want to be out. 1 million, you are a millionaire. As soon as you have 1 million, you are a millionaire. What we need to do in this country is to start raising 500,000 millionaires in this country. Government should not be going in for loans for nothing. I'm not talking about this government. I'm talking about all the governments we've had over the years. The NDC and the NPP, all politicians in this country, they need to go back to the drawing table and begin to formulate policies that would be able to raise millionaires. 500,000 millionaires in this country. So, who boss? Mr. Amofa. Me boss. Kwaku Obi boss. Despite and all the others now, they are already established individuals in this country. No, government should put them together as a committee. How did you set these things up as Amofa? How did you set that up as Kwaku Oteng? How did you set up as Kwame Despite? How were you able to do this as Kwesi Chum? I mean, so you gather all these ideas. Yenim krano ya te say yes say. Na Despite na Otong cassette. Then a ban it him. Na Otong cassette no. Then the CEO to me jumping from where cassette to tongue. Ebinum kra say yes say or your shoe shine. I haven't heard him say it. Time I say yes say no. If all these things are true, what happened before Despite moved from that wretched beginning to a prosperous future? What happened? So if you're a smart government, you put these brains businessmen together, you take the ideas from them, then you select about 20,000 youth, and we say that, okay, Despite, we are giving you 20 of these youth. Amofa, we are giving you 10. Kwaku, we are giving you 50. This person, we are giving you 10. Then you allow the banks to watch them from afar. Then you, the government, you set them up. And the young fan says, Sofu Kum Chacha, a part of the youth. You look at Kum Chacha, where we are masonry. What do you want to do? We want to raise you as a millionaire in this country. Okay. Tools ben we here. Kum Chacha will list the tools na no. Government finds a loan through a bank Ghana to purchase those things for him. And then the government tells the bank that you should make sure he doesn't waste the money. Contract obenya obesida no. Make sure you get the money to pay for the tools. And to say your tools 10 your toma na. I don't bet you about you no ima so be starting for. Yeah, they are no so Emma ima. So by the time you say Jack, 20,000 youths, now you're building one more capacity. No, now within the next 10 years, we have 500,000 millionaires, young men and women. If there were 500,000 amofes in the society, but what should the Kingdom group of companies? Say there was some 1,000 na Ghana. Tell me the number of people that been here Jumaye. So when you have 500,000 young men who are all wielding 1 million, they are all millionaires. And if each of them is employing 4, 500,000 times 4, that is 2 million. That is 2 million. If you want to find employment for the youth, it is not a one-day job. I agree. It should be a conscious effort, long-term plan.
Yeah.
You sit down, you put a pen on a paper, you sit and think. And by the time you say, Jack, Kwadana will raise you farming. Well, those who are going into agriculture, those who are going into engineering, those who are going into music, and the arts and entertainment industry, it is the biggest thing in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
And the estimated amount roaming around in the arts and entertainment world, in $909 trillion.
Wow.
909 trillion US dollars. That is why Joe Biden is now saying, even though there is COVID in America, they want to set up the biggest ever music school in the world. Why? Because of 909 trillion. If America can get just about 20% of that money, that's enough for them. That is why now when you go to Japan, they are saying that, look, all the youth that want to enter into the arts and entertainment industry, please bring them. Let's start with them. China for China for because they want to see how a 6-month-old baby can write the letter S. How a 6-month-old baby can hold a pen, a chalk, a pencil, a crayon, or anything to write the letter S. Any child who can write the letter S is capable to become smart and sensible and sharp. Because every child begins with 1, 2. A, B, C, D. Yes, maybe I will do the year. Begin asking your children to start writing the letter S. And look for all the positive words that begins with the letter S for that child at whatever age to begin to know those words. These are the things we expect the African leader to begin to think to do. Go to Singapore. 9th August 1965. Singapore was part of Malaysia. All right? Then Singapore said that Yempe Malaysia bi Yepese tie ho efi Malaysia. 1965, a lot of UN conferences and blah blah blah, the Asian tigers were meeting. They said no, we ain't going to come back. 1965, 67, 68, 69, 70. 5 years on. Now they were looking for money. They were not getting money. Malaysia went back to them and said that yepese ye tokru no yebeto mo biom e ka mabo nyina no ye yebetua mo ka no de amamo na mo sa be ka ye ho abeka Malaysia ho. Their leader then said that no, all the youth, those between the ages of 18 to 45, mo ye adwuma no mo na mo be build Singapore dachi. So everybody must save 23% of their salary, monthly salary. It was not making sense. If you're a leader, you make tough policies, tough decisions. You defend the tough decision. You need to employ the conscience of the citizenry to believe why you are putting in place that tough policy. That's what leaders do. 23%. It was sent to the National Assembly. It became a law. that you must save 23% of your salary. It's your own money. So save it. Government is not coming for your money. Save the 23%. They did that. 5 years on, it became the 11th richest country up there. 20 years on, it is the 9th richest country up there. Say, they want to build the biggest entertainment ship in the world.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. They want to build the biggest entertainment ship in the world. It was 12. When you Google, you find it. They want to have a ball, football, soccer, badminton, hotels. One ship. One ship. One ship. Now they are saying that 1 week in that ship, you need to pay $600
a week.
A week. 1 year, 2022, 9th August 2022. But if you want to have the first experience, you need to apply and do a deposit. Oh. Now, 9th August 2022, ship no year 105,000 people have applied.
Wow.
This is common sense.
Wow.
This is common sense. It is sika abai no best spend. Edi aye ship no enkrofo de firi obe enkrofo kro so edi abre wo and what they build.
Captain
Charlie
Captain
so for invite me beto.
Awunya Captain akasa papa ama wato enkrofo wasom wona worry te won my comments all about amafuru feel papa.
Ebi nso be hihye wahoro papa. Yeah, awara when you marry. Go for be yew.
Major. Oh.
Me wo ho be dia.
Aha. Ye dia be ma kasa yi pa. Akasa kama ato asuma ye wiase afa na nyina obi etie no. Wadwen kire e wa asema wa keken bobọ so tew na ye.
Ma mensa kwan.
Da bi nya bote.
Mkwa be yero.
Oh, necessary onye adwuma ni.
Da bi awiabe minya ne nkisen.
Oh, nya bote na basema.
Oh, brother.
Nya bote.
I haven't kissed my wife this afternoon.
Oh, nya man na be play love bia wa ha. Nya bote. Nya bote. One question na epic cases.
There is some 30 days and I don't want to miss anything.
Oh, the motor be na. Epic case the do. Come, yanko.
Menya medase nyame enhirawo.
Heavy.
Em say the American say on say enokore ka. Eden. Na de bia me ka say obewale abre wade a mensuru ne se. Because we are then I'll be kissing. So they say Obetra Mike anim na wakasa na why you be a we public figure there automatically no ebi be ebeka good ebi also beka bad because we be any we ase a we ya miss of kum charge no say obenya ni nyina 100% da. So what you say?
Okay.
Ebi ne guy ya wo US a one friend no Ken Jonas ya say say din no ye
Ken Jonas.
Thank you.
On asem na okay.
So what you say? On say boy ni you be a o ye two ba ko nso ba ko di David King David ya na bibi sa. Na on say on wa fa to on so say on beka enokode bi eni niyama bi a ekoso wo memu a enye a ensem fata said ya be ya youth no da chen ya bra bo ye ne ye bibia ye be su on ye ni ade so what dua bo bi a bibam eni ade ye so ate ase eti de make no say enokore ka no eden o mawe no ayi wo mo nan kasa no ye nse dem pe no kore ni too much so ate ase
me feel say enokore ka no easy ba for you to accept it no anything
as you saying me dey my tree no
there be me say no kra ne can me feel say there but say we be gi atum no anything
say nipa wo kan no kra na kire no be gi atum no
and anything
and there South Africa
and I want so a wo kan no kra no so dey wo kan no kra no wo say hwe mame kasem me ye program bi ba bi na se na nansa no hu bi sam ye machine ya on di 2 gallon say ya won hyehye no so ati say a won hyehye no na me ka say me madwen de aye me sof kum cha madwen ne de ka machine no hye no kora na ka hu hia
Can you see a shame?
Dabi because sabe ensuo to a na kole ene seke gotai emu nyina asisi na eyiri fa nkorofo
Can you swan in your amigo?
adenti dabi o say ye ade bi o wa say obi fra burochire na oba na wa de ka be ye 10 20 ba na se wontumi ntuye duty a abanje ana wonje bibi sa question
Oje
se ka se ne ya ebi yira
why be ya?
Ewo ho a ya ebi yira ho sa na de se ntu o man no eye secure dabi o mi bi sa oh fifi
Me dey secure.
Dabi o tie ya obi fra burochile hwe wa kobre ni mojam wa ye aprapra sabe wa ye adwumaden wa de kaba yeso wo metu ye duty 500 million
And I want to meet you.
ana want to mean to ya duty na want to mean to ya 500 million na aban sa wa je ka no obi ti Ghana ha na wono enkwa aburochire nkwa ye sabe aprapra ana adwumaden wo ho na se nipa ne ka no na ye de ama obi wa so ono de want to ya 100 million and 200 million no the one for car no
Sada koso.
I see after more friends option I said
Okay. Auction.
Thank you.
Okay.
Now one no the no be afa and na me be say fifi say cars na ya na ye jeje no abaye season no me soft kum charger me be say ebi yira na ebi yira
And you said anymore.
thank you now then say machine ya all the 2 gallon say yes say aban jeje no the see one more ebe yela ana mi bi sa aban ji ade na ye de hye wo bi nsa ati se aban me sof kum cha me ya aban ma ji ade ma sizi ade na mi de ya se fifi won nsa na se fifi wo tena wo ma ade ne yela na machine ni tumi tuti se motia fifi machine no atumi tu ati se motia
Sajo was them.
na se machine ni yela
What's open?
Vivi, that's a machine need to me to say motia. Na machine ni yela. That is a koyi anase nkoyi. Sha machine ya won hihye no. Media, me say
Describe it. Said the excavator here, the kese do. Etimi ayira no.
Thank you. And say ba kwesi won mo kore ya na mo den ya yepe.
That's what dan you.
Thank you. Ana de no so anya bosum nye motia. Ana otumi tu na wa yela. Ana tu a wo yira ne a so enti enye wo wasa na me ba ofidie we so se o man we ya ye wo mu no ade etumi chi koke ade kotu police headquarters ade ya beche na adani nkonkonte da koke pa at the police headquarters sabe esi kura nye ye na alaba police headquarters kura koke da ho
Come on, Kokenda.
mi hu koke da
Kokenda.
da bi me de hu bi da
Na Adan yomo who feel say ya catch wunyini.
say koke na da
And
ni
then one
koke
of the can say, oh, the armed officers. Echo baby. Echo ya arrest. Say in Dubone. Then the said in Dubone no. Ewo such exhibit no. Aka kakra ya be court. Na ya sa kwhwe say ade na ya say yen Dubone a ye de atu ni ade ekochi nipa de bae no.
Yeko na ekokunde.
Won fa nche ade no ekokunde.
Say bia ne ye hu ni ye.
Abai.
Bia ne ye hu ni.
Ebe hujaf.
Nto ye kokunta. Onja me accept ndo ye kokunta.
Ono wa chere mponye nne ya America.
Ba fi wo say that is anything I make to say oh my Ghana na yetem no eniyama bi nkoyi because eniyama bi nkoyi nse we tam nimo na edu ba bi a na me wo picture bi wa ha tam nim ti na manfa ma o producer na ma na empre no by 7 years ago edum so bae no me kasa ya se dum so no ase ya sole ase sole e ma sole boka
Dia wo ka say na collection emba no.
na se na ma dabi na ma na yes na ma eti dum so
na dum so na abana se e fa collection ho se esumu kra e
se dum so no the problem is kakra na asole ni benya na asole ni koto petrol so ada se etina
enso
me emfa me nyen sunsanso masa sa asole bia na asole bia no ayete se asole bia ye wa asofo ye
there be kum
oh masa
kum o ka ho bi asori say o asori
me wa sorry
ene dum so naba ana me ba eti me kire say eno ne ba say na e affect wo collection je
ana ma kire wo say
wo de
top petrol
eti na wo nya mfaso
enye mfa na asoli si etu asofo ka asoli yetu asofo ka yetu enema bebre ni ade so that say eti fi dia miss of kumjaja me kan si so na say on say me kan wonsem a ama say tam ko na bi say na Mahama sorry President Mahama na former President Mahama na ti akonya so e bi say na wo bo aban na chi fifi hwe ma me kan sem nchelo the same thing na say e koso say dum so dum enkola enwu nyina ye ntoburu
yes service machines no
mas na Mahama tam no no wudu abanje oh dabi o hwe masa o hwe ya wani ama bi o wa se wo ho na se wo ye no kwafo a fifi se wo ye no kwafo pade a me so fu cha me ka se we aban bi aba na aban ne betra konwa so a ne obeye a eye no ke de enye no ke ma me ka we yansa na bi ya me nua bebem a wabam nana do a wa ye Ghana president o hwe ni video bi a o se nana do kan bi se yetiska so enso akomode me de Ghana ha president fo abanyina no me sof kum chacha de na yenim na ye wura hye ni mu a obebo adwuma a wo be ye adwuma ma Ghana youth any young girls any obi ani ejipa e nana do dan akufo-addo by fifi twa asama me kan ne ontie ni ye sa wo ye blogger so a enfama no si boni na mum tie dia me kan ye me kan ne se president nana do dan akufo-addo enkrofo achechele no o sunsun mo
o ma chechele no
ya chechele no e wo sunsun mo fifi me sofu kum chacha me gira fidie we so aka me se hwe adwuma any vision any anisuade hunu any the president na akufo-addo apese wo ye e de magana no enye anu na ye hu me se enkrofo achechele na nado e wo spiritual
ye nkofo be no
and the sunny name
fifi
and the union cartons okay wusu ye powerful
na ye powerful
sane no
heading
obi ayese bayi ti fifi mu a example
for Captain Smart example
that
they use a captain
oh that one now face me fi one now face me bayi ti fifi mu a that's a fifi amana wo kwan a me to me mompa ye mabayi ni ntu me tu boma wa ko ba kofa wa de eti me osofu kum chacha de hwe ade ba ko America e wo fidie we so a me pesa me menye sofo a hwe menye sofo a wo study me a Ghana menye sofo a me taye mahu wei e na ma hye nkom se ne mahu wei fifi me mente sa by the American say ye papa nana do dankwa akufo-addo adwuma a na si nani so se obeye vision a na ekuta no ani de na opeso wo ye Ghana ani de na opeso wo de Ghana kodu no enye ne sa ade enti so America to se enye ne sa ne se mese spiritual o ma chechele papa no awo sunsun mo
eti sisi ana wo kasa se wo si ye be de san no smart ye be de san
also I'm menye spiritual person enti no e be difficult me kra mre bi me ka sem se obi di na kwaduro so enti no kum chacha no ne asofo no o mo bom pae no I think se wo mo na betimi aye bi You see, leadership and yamre.
And you better.
There be any better. Leadership in yadia better. What the share with your wife and children. For no example.
Yeah, and easy.
And then you want to handle the entire country. And easy.
Over 34 million.
But one point is very simple. Everything under the sun is leadership. The rest are just effects.
Okay.
The rest are just effects.
Okay.
Yeah, Hano. We build political parties. We don't build the country. What I say? Instead of building the nation, we build our political congregation and leave the nation.
Okay. That's how you say it.
That's how it is.
Okay.
When school buildings were dilapidated, monarchically rotting, the NDC built a huge national headquarters. Remember? Yeah. It not be true.
Erico.
It not be true.
I will call.
This is a conversation.
I will call.
You see, they did. But that time, na school BC baby needed urgent attention. But they had $20 million for the party headquarters. I'm not saying it's bad, but priority.
In
here. Look at how much money we waste during elections. If any party is in power, you have super beautiful billboards. You ask yourself, Sena Mosi enye or minus sika na ye use here. Time na more position, I don't know the same thing. And this goes to both political parties, the NDC and the NPP. So instead of building the nation, we'll build our political congregation at the expense of ordinary. And see, ama party delegates in Sweniate. Bon went to a ban Sweniate. Into me, what for say John when you're the baby coin, I'm in funny crancy and chair, you have a pen a crabby, say, fear delegates.
Fear delegates. Ebusia, yewo, eye, Kingdom Plus, 101.9, Facebook Live. Yewo, so many minuanum, ekukudam, you know.
Mr.
I can't you peniaco. I can't you just 15, 20 minutes peniaco. Yeviano, no, Yeviano. And your friend is saying, no, I don't call Flagstaff House. Okay.
Menko.
Okay.
Me coffee.
But Vivi.
Okay, with the
Vivi.
Beat you.
Who say machines na won session no na me cansi na captain bem
wo de woman
me die nim ba won say judgment depth what can say
no
won say ebedu ba bi a ebeba ama o man na sen akutua sabe sika bone ana won nim sa
minimum sir
but say woman will be license. You see, the point is that you don't license an illegality. Okay? You don't license an illegality. It's like, say, Obia or ye armed robber caught a buane for. Tio. Now, wako jail. Ye didn't tum. Wako jail, aba. Sandi pade ba bontia, no wako tutu. Na police station na ye chain and ankasa didn't tum, no. As a license to amano.
It was a mere working. Ama makai was him. I'm say about so of ye.
Ache. Omo ye hu fo.
Omo ba wo so sesai.
Omo amba me so mba ndade so.
En nade so.
Pese ka ho no mba e.
Anti na wa park o car wa bonte.
There na wo fie but na ye renovations na ye wall na free also they had the opportunity to enter.
It's no mobile be page your car down
I don't know. It's over to them. Me ade ba ko a intimi stopping me da wo wiase ma ye fie. Menye hu for ba kokora. No amount of intimidation can ever pull me down.
Nice one.
Me.
Okay.
enyimada o wiase minsuro kra
onyaba
o
insuro wu kra
minsuro ni
oh okay okay nice one
atase but on ma sofu kum chacha kan or two folds excavator na yeshe no dent na yeshe no it is because one action no nje abandi say excavator no be sinkran ya ebetu benya ntaban soro abofo obetu te say dem confirm to figure na obekọ bokina
etofo a kum chacha so say ebetutu
eti wonje abandi wonje state din say ye chichine ye de kwa state ni betimi ahwe so ebeyira
nti awose ye hye no
eno ye one number 2 dentina ye jai galamsey ye me supported the fight against galamsey. First World War against galamsey I was in support. Second World War against galamsey I am 100% in support of this war. But in suona emuasi na galamsey for na block ni nsuo ni konti mercury na time ketu bi fa ho a na nkofo no no munya cancer no ada ne first excavator 19 etinka ye bana wo fifi wo ye galamsey a na se yima na ye excavator driver ne bu san se why site ne so fifi se fra boss bra se boss ene gold bi a ye nya no nye gold wa bra
uduwa ne amoa
ye duwa ne amoa ye se ma na aduane ni man nti gotten ni man fante nsuo ni na ba ku gina ha montim fifi wo pese o free site ho ye se ye man kwakwam de wo kura gina ha because wa mo bia no mercury ewu wa magana water pumping machines ni na sent gina ha you are thinking about a welcome nipa tu ye nku bi me common de tu omoka na ya botent ama nwura mu ho na ada ho bi woni soja fonte nwura mu ho tonton ne ka wodwe e bi kura wo be gaga nti wo shots omo hwo kakra be hu se de wi asete na ka wotimo na ya ma wa wo de wa wo sika se tua won ka wo masa de atinsuo nim ya team wie ya na ya de Ghana Armed Forces subscription de atar ho say bam Ghana Armed Forces for dia bo 78 GA19 Ghana Armed Forces for dia ya tam na ya de aba 64 regiment ho engineers ho no gotesa emu aye etintim won kan tintim okofodia Kumasi Takrady Cape Coast no na excavators ne ko na akotitima nya wodi abiom abaya aban dia se obitimi ko bobra wa bruchiri e de $10,000 toka na odibeduru Ghana na duty e worker no ho no ye almost 28,000 na nipa no ntimi ntua tiniyo what the $10,000 atoka ye working duty about ye the dollar na e work amount into cedis
ama ne bro sa card ko
eti wo be check na ye $25,000 duty ne board din chen car
na auto
na se nipa na nya sika mfa nyi car no na yetimi ato ama party boy 5,000 Ghana cedis a then they see enkwan se ye be gisa excavator na ama 64 engineers so mfanya Ghana adwuma you see ade ba ko a ehia se yete ase na ye yo no yie ni se wototo nama enya fa ko ne yede to ho ama ne hye anya nam no afa bebenyi efa emben nti enam toto ye kusa wo de hato ho kakra na wo de hato ha
kusa ni ye
dede no wo de hato kakra we kusa kakra wa ha we kusa na kakra wa ha we kusa kakra wa ha nti wo mo hyebom wo mo bimbom wo mo dede so bom nti enya ade akum chacha ewo Eastern region obedi ne yam say yenya ye wo Greater Accra no we are enjoying better than them so wonso wo Ashanti region wundi wo yam say ye won a eti Eastern region so wo mani age chen na won a Northern Ghana so meka say yenya wonso a wo ebia Central region na Western region so edi de chen because you need to practice kusarism on ya mbrofo
kusarism
say kusa
kusarism
okay mo be ya
our last page will dictionary
mo be ya every other person and ibechi
ni saboko na no so
but yeah han anka the comes the boys no it comes the boys
Accommodate the boys. Accommodate the boys.
Accommodate the boys.
Accommodate the boys.
Okay.
Enti
the part is our boys on joy.
Imu. Pizza full. Yeah.
Captain, pizza squad.
Captain. Yaka politics kakra. Yambonra entertainment side no kakra. Yanhwe 1 2 bi wo. Kumchacha wa.
I won't pay them.
Pocho ebo yesi.
Mame fa ibi mransa na wobisa me de opeso.
Ese na we repeat kumchacha.
Kumchacha beba bi o nje. Na say yes.
Mame mi sa wa ibi ansa. Tobo.
Kum.
Aden na Ghana ha. Yekun sabe police ni bi ne ya. Ene ya de okun police ni no. Wo sasase ase kura na. Ye beba akohwehwe nipa no. Na ya che no. Ba yeku civilian dia. Na yeku obi a onye police ni a. Atemu da bedukura na yanchi nipa no.
Wow.
Afi.
Wow.
Eye question na mabisa.
Sa question we say me person smart be ya no. Brother, at as American.
I want it.
I wouldn't pay the ya no. I wouldn't pay the ya.
Well, it's relative. I don't think it's always like that. There was an American president who was killed. It took America 16 years to identify the person who killed that president. Okay? I think it was JF Kennedy or something of the sort. Yen ye krom hey, obi o wa ye kun obi a police fo hu ntem. Ebi o hoso a omu hu ntem. But I say here. In America, when a police officer is being shot, the rate at which the investigation will go on will not be as same as
ours.
A non-uniform person. But unim, answer na any uniform person be will be an uja traces. That is what I'm saying, sir. As I say, you training your youth, coming out from school. Say a cadet would need choice. You should be part of it from the beginning. Every officer who is dying leave traces. Because Onim said definitely, new one will be investigated. How many people in this world, in this country now, you nim say, even at the point of death, as it's Uja traces. It should be Siwokroma. Now, or your officer. Akromfone ta na first bullet na car no na omo penikunu no oyiniphone won bottom no the two silence e na ototwene
dangerous na
nya no
okay
oyi ya no the phone two silent na ototwene room. Don't forget say your mobile phone say kucha is call off kra we can still identify the location of the phone because of the transistors and the resistors in it. Fortunately, on a phone, if you are not always navigating the phone, battery will last longer. 2 days later, now, near my police phone near the investigations. No, fortunately for them, almost friendly phone na echo, and the location of the phone was within the area, the crime scene. They identified the phone, and they were able to trace. And yes, sir. It can happen. Maybe why young civilians we don't want to give information to the police.
Maybe I know kumchacha feel say bia penifo ya no bubu emu nugu so e won your maybe
some ebi correct.
Okay.
Ebi correct.
Ti bibi sa na ya pese ya clear.
Entertainment e be na so bi sa.
Na pese brother na mpede ya ko wo friend em. Enkom sha ye mpanyimfo wo hye ya asofo.
Abai brother. Mempere ni asem.
Abasam me bi so asem.
Nkom sha ohye. What is a kumchacha wa hyenkwase nkom da? Atibi da.
Na ebe nkwase nkom na reken.
Nkwase nkom no do so Ghana.
Nkwase nkom hye.
Odo so Ghana.
Mo hi na ehu afi do ye nkwase nkom hye.
Anytime nkom hye be ye programmed or your spiritual stupidity. Ntaza. Anytime income share or you're programmed, it becomes spiritual stupidity.
More he why feel do.
Any anointing without the divine oil from God is annoyance. I am repeating. Any anointing without divine oil is an annoyance. That is what we're experiencing in this country. Why? It's not London. It would do 21st night. I saw for London. We 20 years.
Kum Chacha ne church da.
Kum Chacha will not do that useless thing.
Ne church.
I know Kum Chacha from Kumasi. He will not do that useless thing. Kum Chacha is one person. I'm a minimum the spiritual level. But the days in Kumasi, say Kum Chacha who be na oti bibi or who na oprichu or Fox FM. He will not go on air to say it. He would wait.
Kum, as some are smart takers say,
it
be a nonsense.
Now what I say, Asante ni be better. Asante hima be time na asofo ni bi etia temu Ghana say Asante hima be film na Asante ma be ba be ye kese no na ye nana no bosome nan no hye fridge.
Ye be say ye brother. Ye be say ye brother sisi ade. Wo friend then as some smart takers say e be a nonsense no. E be a nonsense man.
Oh, e be kura ye e be bro nonsense.
Okay.
So I say because
e be bro nonsense.
Yes. Obi on mo a I say be at 31st say obi on mo a sofo bi o ha na odifo bi o wa nyame yi bibi a kire no so ate say a nyame yi a kire na kama enkom hye wo ho enisuade hunu o bibi a wo ho ba say sofo no ebe ka no obo say odifo bi on so a wo be sada ko YouTube ana Facebook na wo tie sofo ne enkom hye no na wo tie e wo bre nyame nyi bibi en kire no
so be repeat
na wo no so be repeat e de bi aka ho so that say yeah sabi yenye nkom se nko na be mo waye popra
wow
so mimi ko Kumase no ade ba ko a medical BT Kumase fo ene say tie medical BT Kumase fo ene say na ma hu se mi ko Kumase na di fo na asofo na wo mu nyina ye nkom se ti me ko Force FM no mitumi translate the 10 minutes you quotation 100 me bonnet to aso saa na bi ni ho na sofo bi ye nim ye
okay
eti ma o believe me say sofo we onim word ana wo word ana wonim nyame yasem eti no edu ba bi a eduma no nye competition say sabe captain smart e hyenkom eti sofo kum cha men so no men for so en hyenkom e wo bre nyame nyi bibi en kire me e wo captain smart ho na me pe fem na me pasa me gidi nti no na me wo bloggers bi a metumi aye yi nti no na ma be kan sam anya no kore so that say ana Mr. bi a me kase so kum cha me kase enkom se ni bi wo do mo a ye yusu sebe facha me nimudia na e so no afre no waka kire no enya akomatu ma na enya ayem hyehye ma no so that say e bi ane ne bon koma na ade bibi afam so that say ba wo se bibi wo no mo a wo ba na be kan hu wa me nipa no ni gidi ye kura na ehu kum nipa o we say ehu kum nipa
exactly
yeah ehu kum nipa pa sabe oba tan a wonyam okwa awo so na wa ka kire no awo akoso yi wo bewu
ehu se wo bewu
eye jimie
that's
eye jimie totally jimie
so for me no be kofi akodi why
fufuo na mpe eye totally jimie so at ase sabi wo bibi kura na wo na wo koso na mu na ya yem hyehye deda
no san ka kire se wo bewu
wo san ka kire se wo bewu
wo de hwe ma me ntwa so fo ano meti ho 31st night so for tibon koso bi so ya wa hye nkom se me ye bebo mu 230 adam age moroko hine yire meti we makwaji moroko hine yire
so for ni din tibon koso
me description no
obi hye wo nkom sa
o say Captain Smart ye bebo mu 230 30 as well
oh and Manchester nkom so
oh pariba I was meeting we no ma date to so say I so by 30th of April you marking the words ABC and the date you say
May 26th May